All right. You can say hi to YouTube because we are
Oh,
live.
hi YouTubes.
What was
Hi.
that? Like, hello, YouTubes.
Wow,
Um,
there
but
YouTube.
yes. Do you want me to do to the number?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me start recording. All right, you can do the number.
I don't know what to do. I don't know.
You
Okay, I got it. I
bastard.
got it. I got it. 86.
Well done. Good job. I'm proud of you.
That was the best I could do.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
not a professional robot. I just play one on TV.
Ho ho ho.
Yeah. So I actually want to talk about robots first, right away when we
All right.
start.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let me know when you're
And
ready.
I'm ready in a second.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let me actually stop this recording then,
I'm ready now.
so I know where I start.
I'm not recording my own audio.
That's fine. You don't need to.
Okay.
Ready?
Show.
Welcome everybody to episode 86 of the PB&J podcast. How we doing today?
I'm not ready. I'm just kidding.
You bitch, you better be ready.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm doing
I was
great,
born
actually.
ready.
I was born ready as well.
Good.
Um, yeah, ready to fucking rock
Sweet.
and roll. No,
Heck yeah.
as usual, happy to be here.
Yeah, me
E-
too.
Episode
Sorry,
86.
sorry I missed you guys last week, but
It's okay.
here.
I mean, it's kind of like at this point, it's my podcast, and I have two people that sometimes special guest with me. Uh,
Yeah.
no,
No, I'm just kidding.
it,
It's
it,
tough. I mean, I know people have noticed, so it's been a little bit of tough. I changed jobs, right? Just for a little bit of an explanation and backstory. So I now work in construction,
yeah,
meaning I
he's
have to be up
Jordan
mega
the
fucking
Builder.
early.
Jordan
Yeah,
the
Jordan the
Builder.
Builder. Meaning basically I have to wake up at 4:30 every morning and be at the job at 6. So no more late nights during the week for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, you could still have late nights during the week if you weren't being a little bit of a bitch. Uh,
I get
you know,
shit done at work.
you're like 20 or some shit like that.
Don't get the hell
Um,
out of here. You're just saying I'm not 20. I wish. First of all, I'm 26, and you're just saying that because you're like 54. So
either way, I've done the wake up early and go do man work, and I prefer an office for sure. But
100%.
now you get to learn some man skills, so I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm
You're
actually
gonna
having a lot of fun. I do like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as nobody lets you drive anything large, we're fine. But it doesn't honestly matter
Already
anyway
started.
because oh Jesus.
Watch out, buddy.
It doesn't really
Watch
matter
out.
anyway though, because if we're being entirely honest, segue, robots are probably going to take over your job anyway.
Probably.
It'll take longer for them to take over my job probably because they're still getting down the perfect talkie syntax thing, Uh, but they can fucking pick stuff up and push it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, all right, bitch. If that was all I did, yeah, sure, I can understand.
I'm only kidding, but you know what I mean, right?
No,
So
oh yeah, absolutely. No, my job will be gone way before yours.
the they're not perfect though. I mean,
No,
so but people are worried that our jobs are all eventually going to robots. Um,
like Wally, it can happen.
yeah, yeah. Well, there was this episode. So I know you don't watch it, but Doctor Who this season,
Hmm.
there's this episode where they're like at this moon, which is like an entire like warehouse or factory or whatever for like essentially like super future Amazon. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, and they had like a rule they had to follow that they had to employ a certain percentage of organics, meaning people, Everything else was done by robots. And somebody says in the episode, they're like, we were so busy looking down at our phones that we didn't even realize that we convenienced ourselves right out of jobs.
That actually does not sound that far off.
And it sounds a little bit scarier. So I'm currently in a situation where, I'm down with as much automation as possible. I
Yeah.
have that new Google Hub. I have Google Homes in my house, Hue lights, all that shit.
Right.
And it's fucking awesome. As much automation as I can get in my life as possible. But at what point do we go too far? You know?
Eh,
So now,
yeah.
but they're not perfect. So like, did you see this story about the robot in the Amazon warehouse?
No.
Oh, really? It was all over the fucking news. What are you in a
Really?
hole?
No, dude. Honestly, I didn't. I read my not the news, but my Google news feed
Mm-hmm.
every day. But I read a lot about Amazon. I'm surprised that never came up.
So this is either a accident that occurred that proves that robots or robot workers are not ready to take over our jobs just yet, or this was an attack. An Amazon warehouse robot sprays 24 workers with bear repellent.
What?
So essentially, the robot malfunctioned. This is in New Jersey, actually.
Really?
Yeah, and tore open a can of bear spray, like just ripped open the can in the machine.
Uh huh.
Yeah, so 80 plus workers.
Like out of nowhere though?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's
Yeah.
not okay.
So I guess one worker was in critical condition after the accident.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. What's in bear spray?
It's like extremely spicy peppers. It's if you took pepper spray and
Right.
then amplified it to the strength where it hurts a bear.
Yeah, action. Okay.
Because if you sprayed a person with, I mean, a bear with regular pepper spray, it would probably be like, well, but it would still eat you. If
Yeah.
you spray a bear with bear spray, they're gonna run. If you spray a people with bear spray, it's funny. No.
Well,
So,
in this case, I don't know.
but I mean, it happens. So some people are like, oh, you don't have to worry because it takes forever for that kind of stuff to happen. It doesn't. Like, okay, so there's a Taco Bell that I go to by my job.
Right.
I mean, I guess if we're honest, probably too often. But can't get solid bean burrito, bro. Um, anyway, so I go in there one day. It's just normal Taco Bell. Shit you not, I went in like a day and a half later, and there was kiosks on the walls where now you can self order.
Really?
Yeah, and I was
Like
like,
the
that's
McDonald's?
yeah,
I know that McDonald's up by the job.
uh
Has
huh.
that now.
So I
Wow.
was like, wow, that was fucking fast, right?
Yeah.
So now, granted, people were using them because they were new. So I got in the people line, right? And I kept joking
The
because a
people
buddy
line.
of us was with us, and I was like, support human jobs.
Support human jobs.
uh,
You're stupid.
bro, I'm telling you, you can order on your smartphone or on that thing faster than you can order through the stupid kid at the register. Right.
Yeah.
But the
That.
stupid kid at the register still needs a job, unfortunately. Don't be
Yeah.
stupid, but he needs one. In this case, it was this girl, probably a little college chick. And I'm like, when did you get those? She goes, honestly, we didn't know we were getting them. We came into work and then they were there.
Really?
What?
How is that even okay?
I, so
Like what? What the fuck? Come on.
came into work and there they were. That's some nonsense.
That is nonsense. I'd
Mhm.
be a little bit pissed.
Especially as an employee, right?
Yeah.
So that would piss me off. to no end for sure.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that situation, there's no way for it to somehow hurt you like the Amazon robot. And
Right.
technically, in some instances, you might be saying, "Oh, this isn't a robot." Well, we're still interfacing some type of computer system in place of something a person would do, and I think that it kind of all falls into the same bucket.
It
You
counts.
know.
It definitely counts.
Um, So I will say that kind of adding this stuff together, saying, okay, well, the fact that and this isn't, by the way, the first time robots have malfunctioned. There's robots in like car, manufacturing plants and
Right.
shit like that have malfunctioned and hurt people before. Um, Coincidence? I don't know.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
with Google fucking around with AI so much, uh, it's
That is
like
a little scary.
it is, right?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. Knowing all the stuff we talked about, the goods, the bads, whatever, because we've talked about this before, um, would you, if tomorrow there was an affordable, you could pay for it, little robot drone thingy you could get that, let's say, was like a full assistant, like a Google assistant,
Mhm.
okay? Was like maybe like a mobile, small trash can shaped thing. Um, Maybe little arms. It could get like sodas and shit for you. Would you want that? Where
Like
you
an
could be like,
R2D2 personal assistant?
yeah,
Yeah.
you could be like, Jeeves bot, go get me a beer, and it goes and gets
Yeah.
you a beer, brings it back. You'd be like, what's the weather outside? The weather currently outside is open the window, motherfucker. Robot lives matter, and then it fucking attacks you with a knife it got from the kitchen while it was getting your beer.
Well, I mean, at that point, no.
I'm
But
just saying, slippery fucking slope, bro.
it is, yeah. I mean, it's something eventually, probably. But right now, since I don't think, well, let me rephrase. I don't know. I'm crossing my fingers that robots are not yet at that point. I'm gonna go ahead and assume they're not. I'd be
No,
okay
they're
with it.
they're definitely not. But they will be. I mean, not for nothing. If we fucking enslave a bunch of robots over time, eventually, okay. I
That's where the
finally
sentient
watched.
thing comes into play as well.
Well, it does, yeah. But I mean, I think that eventually, if it's possible to give robots sentience, you have to do it. It's like the next.
I disagree.
No, it's the next evolution of the machine. How do you make it so much better? Make it smart. Give it the ability to think.
Nope. I don't want that.
And so I finally watched Solo, the Star Wars flick.
Uh-huh.
I know I was slacking pretty severely on it.
I haven't even seen episode 7, so
You motherfucker. No, so I watch Solo, and there's a part where one of the droids kind of fucking goes off on releasing all these other droids and was like droid lives. It was very humorous, but from a regular watching a Star Wars movie or TV show, you wouldn't get that vibe,
right.
right? But it is that way. And so they actually create the sentience to make them super smart, and then hold them captive. That's eventually what's going to happen. Robots will take over. They'll kill everybody. Then nobody will be around to fix the robots, and everyone will be dead. Anyway, moving on.
But
Let's
that'll
talk
happen
about
in a couple of lifetimes.
yeah.
So I don't have to worry about that. I'm okay with it. Just give
Oh
me my
shit.
beer grabbing in the refrigerator trash can robot.
You want a trash can robot, old man in a blanket?
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking cold, man.
What?
Dude, this room is an ice box, man. I swear to God, it's like 40 degrees outside and it's
Okay.
maybe like 35 in here.
No.
I promise you it's that
Why
cold.
do you have your air conditioner on 35 then?
YOLO. And I got my ceiling fan on.
Stupid.
I'm not even lying. It's seriously on. But it's really
So,
fucking cold in here.
so is it actually colder in there than outside, do you think?
Yes, it is.
You
'Cause
should
I
move
just came
immediately.
from
That
outside.
room's haunted, bro.
Huh?
That room is haunted. You should
Well,
move. Yeah.
yeah, probably. That's all
No.
right.
I like it because it massages my feet while I'm sleeping. What?
It does. Sometimes it like tickles it a little bit.
That's
Kind of like
interesting.
it. All right. What?
So, I think you have something to talk about, right? Don't you have a story or something?
Yeah. I did have one that
One. Put in the work, ladies.
sure
Put
did.
in the work.
So I was on my way home from work the other day,
Okay.
and we're in the work truck going back to the shop, and
Work truck
oh,
shop. Listen to you. You're like a fucking full blown construction one now.
you're a dork, but yeah. Um, so we're going, and I'm just sitting in the back seat, and I'm flipping through my Google News feed, my
Okay.
wonderful Google News feed, and essentially, there's a guy in none other than Florida, of course, because why the
Because
fuck
it's
not
always
at this
Florida,
point?
right? Isn't it
Uh,
always Florida?
it's always Florida, and it's kind of it gets upsetting sometimes,
Why?
just because we live here, and uh, it just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
But it takes place in Spring Hill, so it's holiday season, right?
Okay.
What do we do around this season? What's the main goal?
You to decorate your house nicer than the people around you so that you win.
That's that's one of the goals.
Okay. To buy your kid more things than other kids so that you win at parenting.
That's very close.
Okay,
But
hold on. Wait.
essentially, the
Wait. Not
okay,
done. To pretend to be nicer than you actually are, and then complain about it later.
bingo,
All right, I knew
bingo. That's nothing to do with the story, but you're spot on.
it. I know my
But
holidays, bro.
hell yeah, you're a holiday expert. I like that.
Thank you.
But essentially, the point is to buy gifts for others, for your family, your friends, your whatever, what have you. But essentially, you're buying gifts. What do you need to buy stuff? You need money, right?
Well, yeah,
And how do you get money? By
prostitution.
yes, getting a job.
Giving jobs.
By getting a job. So
Okay.
there's a gentleman by the name of Dominic Breedlove, um, out of Spring Hill, Florida. Right? I'm not entirely sure where in Florida that is. Can you tell me?
No, I mean I can use the Googler, but
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
who
But
cares?
it's a
Continue.
gentleman out of Spring Hill, Florida, goes and he gets a job interview for the national chain Kohl's. Right? Pretty fancy stuff,
I
right? Name
frequent
brand stuff.
Kohl's once or twice.
Yeah, Kohl's ain't bad.
Frequent? No, wrong word.
You've
Frequented.
you frequented
I
freak
free I turned into sound and I bounced around a god darn Kohl's. It was amazing.
frequencies did.
I frequencies it. For anyway.
Anyway, he gets a job interview at Kohl's, which I would imagine is not bad, right? Pretty chill. So he goes in, does his job interview, blah blah blah. Comes out
Yeah.
and he gets checked. He starts doing a little bit of looking around and stuff because, of course, Christmas time. We gotta buy some gifts. He starts looking around and then leaves. He doesn't buy anything, right? Comes back just a couple of minutes later with a Kohl's bag, an empty Kohl's
Okay.
bag. He goes to the
So I
sneaker
assume they
section.
seen him on the camera as soon as he walked back in the store.
Oh, absolutely. They saw all of it. They
Okay.
saw all of it. So he comes back in with a Kohl's bag, darts straight to the sneaker section. He puts two pairs of shoes inside, and then walks out the door.
Okay.
So, A,
Stupid. Hold the fuck on.
dumbass.
So no, he walks out. They don't stop him, or they didn't see it right away, or something like that. But didn't you say that he just did a job interview?
Yeah, he
Okay.
just did a job interview.
So I'm gonna assume this wasn't the plan originally, and he gave them his real information.
He did.
Idiot.
He did. It was a legitimate job interview.
Okay. Fucking
Um,
stupid.
it's so stupid. Like the way that it sounds, it was like
Oh, shit.
maybe 15 minutes after he left his job interview. Like immediately after, which I don't understand. So he gave them all his information, did
Mhm.
it in plain sight of loss prevention and the cameras, right? And apparently, before he left the store, after his interview, before he left the store, he was rummaging through the sneaker section, the shoe
Yeah.
section, and was looking specifically for shoes that didn't have security tags on them. So they have him on camera going through all
Rummaging
these
through the
shoes.
shoe.
Yeah, looking for specific shoes. And then when he gets arrested, obviously later on,
Mhm.
claimed that he was trying to get a gift for his mother.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, but they arrested him, and he had that stuff on him, though.
Oh yeah.
Right? Okay.
2 pairs of
So
shoes. Yeah.
okay. So it's not like he was able to lie about that. He had the
No.
2 fucking pairs. I was looking for stuff for my mom. She really likes and ones. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
but dude,
terrible.
hold on. Thieves like this are never ever smart though.
No, not at all.
Like
Give it a
the
day or 2 to see if you got the job, bro.
or I if that was the plan, like if his plan was to somehow interview for the job, or maybe he interviewed, didn't get the job, like and was like, "Well, fuck this place," you know,
It
and
doesn't
that's
say.
why.
Sure as hell don't have a fucking job now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you fucked it up now. They're not gonna hire you.
No, not even
Um,
a little bit.
so this kind of reminds me though. There was this story I seen where a guy's brought he goes into a convenience store. It's like a young kid, right? Goes
Yeah,
into a convenience store, like walks up and down the aisles, and he keeps like checking his shoulder, checking his shoulder. Now, meanwhile, this is on the security camera.
right.
Okay, and
Mhm.
so this is on the security camera. You see him checking, and he grabs like a fifth of something, like vodka or something.
Right.
Slips it into his pocket. Then he like walks over, gets like a juice or some shit, goes to the register, puts it down, and the guy behind the counter like rings everything up. Now you're looking, the perspective you're looking from now is the camera from behind the guy at the register. And
Right.
you can see next to the register is a little screen with all the cameras on it.
Oh my
Okay.
god. You've got to
So so the guy behind the counter like rings it up, and he rings it up like 18 something or whatever. And the guy's like looks at the juice, and he like looks back, he's like, what? You know? He goes, "Oh, hang on." Like goes through it again, right? Rings it up again, and it's even more expensive this time. And the kid's like, "I don't understand." He goes, "Yeah, the vodka in your pocket." And he's like, oh, I forgot. I have I forgot I
forgot
grabbed
a fifth of
this.
vodka
I
in your
forgot
pocket.
I forgot I picked this up. Puts it down. He goes, but so then he tries to hand him a 10 or 20, or you really can't tell on the camera, to like pay for the 2 things. So now he's an idiot, right? He's like, okay, well, I got to pay for this. So he goes to pay for it, which fuck you if you had the money to buy it in the first place. Okay.
Yeah, dumbass.
Like, maybe some kind of circumstances and you're like on the streets, you just needed that vodka, you know. Tonight was the
Yeah,
night. Tonight was the night you were gonna do it. You were done. And
yeah.
you didn't want to spend any more fucking money, you know? Because you didn't have it. But he had fucking money. So he's a dick. So then the guy behind the register is like, oh yeah, it costs 5 times more for trying to fucking steal it. And he's like, get the fuck out of my store. Don't ever come back here again. And the kid like runs off. It was hilarious though, because okay, that they watched him walk in. he was back there walking around acting like an idiot. So all they had to do was look at the screen that's right there and see him clear as day, like bloop, in his pocket.
What a dumbass.
It's or hold on, talk about stupid criminals. Now I don't know where these are. These probably Florida. I mean, let's not, kid
Wouldn't doubt
ourselves. Probably Florida. But did you see the one with the lady robbing the bank?
No.
Oh my god, maybe I just am interneting too much. Um, so the way where are we? By the way, on time. Just curious.
Um, we're at like 15, 16 minutes.
Okay.
We're good.
So did you see? There's this lady. She's like in a bank, and she like walks in, and she's like pushes at the fucking sign, and the guy and like so two like guards or bank employees or some shit walk up to her, and they're like, "Ma'am," and she goes, "I have a bomb. I want money now. Open the safe. Open the safe." And they're did not take her seriously. And they just like kind of corralled her in the corner, and you hear someone in the background calling the cops, and she's jumping up and down like ah, talking
Are you
about
kidding me?
yes, dude, I want money, give me money, open the safe. What is wrong with you? Like slapping her hands
child.
together. Oh man, it was hilarious. Talking about I have a bomb, you're all gonna fucking die, but they didn't take her not even sort of serious. Which, I mean.
Eh,
It's probably
it's
a bad
ballsy.
it's a bad idea, you know?
It's ballsy to just assume you're
Uh-huh.
full of shit, but I'm pretty sure you also, depending on the person, you could probably tell. Like it
Yeah.
was probably obvious for this chick that like there's no way you have a fucking bomb. You're just dumb.
Uh-huh.
So in that case, like if it's super obvious that you don't have a bomb and you're saying you have a bomb, I'm gonna give you shit for it.
I mean, it is. It is it was funny though, because she's like, "Ah!" And she's like slapping her hands together, like, open the safe now. It was so
Are
oh my
you
god. I
kidding
can't
me?
believe you haven't fucking seen this. The whole internet has seen what I'm talking about. I know they
No, I
have.
need to.
Look it up. Look it up. Like probably hold on. Hold on.
We're actually at like 23 minutes. I
Let's
I misread.
Let's do some live. Well, after I'll tell you what. After I find this video, right, and you watch it because I want you to watch it. We'll take a mini break, right?
Yeah.
And then we will come back, and I have like a little subject I'd like to talk about. Probably like 10, 15 minutes, then we'll probably end a little early, unless Bryce happens to pop up. So,
All right.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What would it be? I wonder. Probably
Mm,
woman robs bank.
like idiot.
Da-da-da-da. Robbing bank with paintball. There's actually, if you type in women trying to rob bank, you get a lot of fucking stories about people actually trying to rob bank. Funny. So, so if you type in women tries to rob bank, funny, you get woman uses 10-month-old baby in car chase. Why is that funny? Where are you tonight, Google? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, I guess I'm not going to find the video. I should have saved it and I didn't. It was a failure. But it's fucking hilarious. Like, she's like, they corral her in the corner and she's still screaming and jumping up and down that give her her money, open the safe now. I got a bomb. It's so funny, man. But I mean, think about all three of those criminals and that we talked about, right? They have something major in common.
What?
They're all
Florida.
idiots.
Oh,
Florida.
same thing.
Florida. Yeah, right. We live here too, Dundum.
Oh
No,
shit.
No, I mean they're like that's pure stupidity though. Like the
It
one guy that
is
you were
like
talking about goes to a fucking job interview and gives his address and his name and his social security number.
literally voluntarily hands them the shit before he commits a crime.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
So
Think about it.
think about it. Wait. Oh, sorry.
Oh, keep going.
I can't. Otherwise, we'll get sued because I'm so amazing at it. It'll sound like the real thing.
Oh yeah.
Um, let's take a super quick break and then we'll come back. I have some. I want to talk a little bit of video game
Alright.
stuff. It'll be good. You'll
I
like
like
it.
stuff.
Okay.
Cool. We'll BRB.
Oh, sorry. Uh, yeah. Welcome to break time. This is going to be probably a quick break.
Yeah. Let me just move stuff around here.
A little hinty bobinty.
Inty
Did you
bobinty.
know Walmart has gaming PCs?
I can't believe that shit, man.
Yeah. Let me go on to build a. An 8700, not an 8700K, I don't think. What?
None?
Just think about it. Think you think, you think. Hey, what's that one website we were using before to build a computer on? The where it told you if they were compatible.
Mm-hmm.
A PC part picker. Never
PC
mind.
part picker. Yeah.
I am a genius. Uh, uh-huh, No? 8700. We're going to go with the better version. So let's go with the better version. I'm building a PC right now. Micro. It's going to be ATX. What do you think? Republic of Gaming. Wowzers, that's expensive. Asus Prime. Let's go with Asus Prime.
Republic of Gaming.
CPU cooler. Where? Oh, look, we're gonna go with a all-in-one liquid cooler. Building a computer live on break right meow. How much RAM? 16 gig.
16, yeah. Just to be safe.
Corsair Vengeance. That's like a good RAM. I'm just gonna do like this. They have a terabyte regular hard drive in there, so I'm gonna add one of those.
Cool.
And then we're probably gonna go ahead and add a SSD, right? There we go. SSD. 500 gigs probably enough. This is where the video card is where we kind of get screwed. We're gonna go with a 1080 or a 1080 Ti. So we're gonna go. What do you think? Do you want to take a guess as to what this is gonna reach in price?
Give me a quick rundown.
Hold on. 1080 Ti. We're gonna use the wind force one. That's a decent one. Hold on. Almost done.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna
When you're
go
done,
with
let me know and
this
give me a rundown.
case. Um, Probably this. Oh yeah, so far. Doesn't it show the price? Oh, at the bottom. 1500, 2200 watts. So no optical drive. Probably add Windows, right? Because it comes with Windows. I want it to be equal. Peripherals. Do these come with? Do these come with like a monitor and shit? No. No, they don't. I don't think they do. Okay. All right. So I have an Intel Core i7 8700K. Not an 8700. The 8700K is the overclockable board.
Right.
A Cooler Master liquid cooler, all in one.
Nice.
An Asus Prime motherboard. 16 gig of Corsair Vengeance RAM. A 500 gig solid state drive and a terabyte normal hard drive. One 10 GTX 1080 8 gig card. Overclocked Wind Force edition. For the case is a Cooler Master master box. It's a mid tower case. It's cool. Got a big window on the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
A 850 watt 80 plus gold certified power supply. More than enough power, and then the 80 plus gold certification makes sure, because this is like a heavy workload computer. And then a Windows 10 Home Edition thingy. Now, I don't want you to completely yeah, actually, you know what? Go ahead. What do you think in price?
I'm thinking around 1250.
Okay. 1250.
Yeah.
Uh More like 1660.
Oh wow. I knew I was lowballing a little bit on some of the things in my head, but dang. And everything's compatible?
Yeah. Yeah.
Impressive, sir.
Yeah, so to put that in perspective, there is, and I'm going to talk about all of this again.
Well, you want to just come back and talk about it?
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right,
Okay. So I'm pretty ready to go.
One second. Let me know for sure.
Yeah, well, actually, hang on 2 seconds. Don't come back
All right.
yet.
No, you're
I'll,
fine.
I'll be right back. So I actually think, by the way, I think I could streamline this a little more.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm not using as much power. You know what? Hold on. Let's do. Oh shit! What did I do? Oh, that's. Oops. Remove that. Hold on. I'm gonna change the video card from the 1080, right, to the 1080 Ti. Actually, you know what? Let's look at a 20. How much is a 20? Is that even listed yet? Holy shit. Bruh.
Bruh.
Like, these are expensive. So a 2080 Ti 11 gig, $1,300.
Jeez.
We're not
Really?
gonna do. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Sad.
Fuck that.
Increase price range. Okay, hold on. One more thing. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. So going
That's cool.
what? What's cool?
This news story that
What
these
is it?
cops that some neighbor called the cops on somebody else in an apartment,
Mm-hmm.
a noise complaint. The cops get there, they weren't even making a lot of noise, and they ended up playing Super Smash Brothers with the guys.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Oh
That's
yeah, it is.
20. Okay. So we're just going to add this. I think this is a better option.
Sure.
The Strix. It's a Strix.
Ooh. Yeah.
New price $1,900. Hold on.
Jeez. I could stream like this, guys.
Well, we only need so I can cheap out here. Um.
Ooh, 1850.
So we're gonna have to talk about something when we get back. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right. 1, 2. This bitch is a liar. Unbelievable, guys. What are we gonna do with this?
Hello.
Oh, God.
All right. Um. I'm ready to come back.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 86. That was a very interesting break.
Yeah. Was
Patrick
it?
tried streamlining things. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Didn't
we
go
could jump.
well.
Let's jump right into that.
All right.
So recently, it came to my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay. So a lot of you know that I recently put a GTX 1060 in my home computer.
Mm-hmm.
My old graphics card died. My motherboard took a shit. It actually affected streaming and stuff for us for like a week or two. And then, so I got a new motherboard and all that. Now my system's kind of old, so I couldn't do too much. I've been looking out for a new computer recently.
Mm-hmm.
I would like a gaming PC because I do occasionally dabble, you know.
Just dabble, though.
I am a dabbler. Yeah. So
Sounds
it
like a
came to my
sandwich.
yeah, it's a dab. Would you like a PB&J dabble a sandwich? It's wondrous.
Great.
So yeah, right. So it came to my attention that Walmart now has their very own gaming PC.
Mm, Since when?
Very recently, actually.
Interesting. I've
So
never heard
they are called OP.
that. Okay.
They're actually called Overpowered Gaming.
Oh, geez. Okay.
All right. There are three variants.
Boy. This
One that's $999, one that's $1,499, and one that is $1,699.
Okay. What kind of specs and stuff are we talking about here?
So, I'll take a look at one. I mean, I don't want to bore everybody
Oh,
with
yeah, 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 yeah.
which would do you want to just jump
Let's
right to the
let's
sixteen
go
hundred
high end.
dollar?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a an Intel 8700 CPU. Okay,
Okay.
that's a Core i7. A NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti, 11 gig of VRAM,
Okay.
a 32 gig of RAM at 2400 gigahertz. So 32 gig of RAM.
Yeah. That's a good amount.
2 terabyte HDD, so 2 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah.
500 gig solid state.
That's not bad.
Windows 10, and then it goes on to be like VR ready, and then it goes over the ports that are available. So it has one HDMI, one mouse, a couple USB C ports, whatever. And
Right.
it's a nice looking case. 3 big fans on the front and a glass cover on the front, glass cover on the side. It's all like tinted black.
Ooh.
However, they're crap. I watched a couple. I watched a couple of reviews and a couple of teardowns. Okay,
Okay.
and so
They're really shitty put together.
not only that, but when it comes to things like, okay, so the processor is indeed an Intel i7 8700. It's not an 8700K. It's not overclockable.
Right.
It is just in the 8700 series.
Okay.
It does have 32 gig of RAM at a weird speed. The 24 gigahertz or 2400 gigahertz is a strange speed. And they're like random, like,
They're like Dollar Tree RAM
yeah,
sticks.
yeah. But it is 32 gig of GDDR4.
So I
But it
guess
is
it
like
counts.
Joe's fucking,
Yeah.
Same with the hard drive and the solid state drive.
They're
And
from
then
wish.com.
mhm. And then the GTX 1080 Ti is indeed a GTX 1080 Ti, and it's just a regular one though. It's based on the basic board. It's still 11 gig of VRAM. It's still a GTX 1080 Ti. It's still incredible. It's still essentially a $700 graphics card.
Right.
Okay.
It's up there.
Now, I can tell you that right now you can build a gaming machine, which actually, you know what, we'll do one here in just a second, just to kind of show you why this is a ridiculous idea and why this is something nobody should do, please. So one of the videos, the guy I watched, right, he spent $1,699, right, for this one that comes with the GTX 1080 Ti in it. He was sent the $1,499 one, right? The $1,499 one, the only difference is, oh no, I'm sorry, not even, because the $1,400 one is the 1080, not the 1080 Ti. The $999 one is what he was sent.
Oh my God.
And the $999 one is still a really good machine if we're being honest. It's probably the, I think, closest to probably price
Like
value, I think. Because it's the same processor. It's just a GTX 1070, which is actually a nicer card than I have. 16 gig of RAM, 2
Yeah.
terabyte hard drive. Like, so anyway, so he was sent this, and then had major issues exchanging it for the correct one.
Like what?
They were like, the tracking see, they're like, no, that's the correct one, sir. And the packaging even called it the correct one. So let's say that you're
Really?
not somebody that knows to look or check that kind of thing. You're just grandma that bought this for your grandson.
You just got cheated out of $700.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Dude, that's garbage, man.
Mm-mm. Now
You gotta
there's
be
no
kidding me.
there's no complete word that they're doing this on purpose, but let's be honest, they're doing this on purpose.
Absolutely, they're doing that shit on purpose.
People know, who shops at their stores and whatnot. So anyway, whether or not somebody would actually be into buying this, I don't know. The reviews weren't very good for it, other than the parts being crap and weird and unknown. The fucking like glass panel is so close to the fans barely move any air, for example.
That's wonderful.
So while we were on break, put together just willy-nilly without paying attention to pricing,
Right.
on stuff. my own gaming computer. I used the same processor they did, but the overclockable one. It's a little more expensive. Water cooled it. Only
Definitely a
16 gig of
computer that I
RAM,
would
but
want.
high tier 16 gig RAM. Um, this is a solid build, and this fucker's $1,800. You know, but so does it become worth it to spend the $200 more? I
Yes.
I mean, maybe I guess that I think is gonna matter severely on the person. uh, the bottom line is that I was super surprised to even see that this was the thing, right? Um,
Yeah, that's a bit crazy to me. Walmart needs to chill.
yeah,
But how
I
are you gonna
agree.
have shitty equipment, like shitty RAM sticks, shitty drives and everything, and then call it a gaming PC?
I will tell you this, that I just swapped out from Intel to the Ryzen 7 2700X. AMD, in my opinion, I prefer. The
Right.
2700X is solid, and I used a pretty expensive motherboard here as well, and it dropped it from 1800 to 1695. So for less than the Walmart gaming machine, this is a completely top tier, as most expensive part as you can get in each category machine. It's for
Okay.
$1,600. Right? That's
Respect.
fucking expensive. Now,
It
I
still
could
is, yeah.
build you a $600 machine that's going to be better than that $1,600 machine. Bottom line, don't fucking buy that garbage. Um, so
Yeah, it's
anyway,
the holiday season. Don't fuck up like that.
yeah, because no, that was the fucked up part though. Like, here, son, or here, grandson, or whatever. I bought this gaming computer for you.
Yeah, that's a shameless cash grab.
Now, it is Walmart, so they're a massive corporation. So maybe it isn't on purpose. Who knows? But
Doubtful.
regardless, not worth it. Don't do it.
Nope, not at all.
Um, so anyway, on my hunt for a gaming machine, because again, I can't spend $1,600 right now. It's not here for me. Otherwise, I already fucking done it.
Exactly.
Thankfully, I mostly game on my PlayStation. But
Yay.
I miss my PC. So I, you ever watch Linus Tech Tips
I think I have a couple of
on YouTube?
times,
He
once or
just
twice.
recently reviewed this cloud gaming service called Shadow. Have you seen this?
No, I'm assuming it's kind of like Google's.
I need you to go to Shadow. Just Google Shadow Gaming
Okay.
for me, and those people at home can do the same thing. They're not a sponsor. This is just the coolest thing I think I've ever seen, and I want one. Um, so take a peekaroo at that. Shadow Tech. It's like the first one that comes up. This is uh, this is a computer, a virtual computer for a subscription.
What?
As long as your internet is fast enough, which like people like where I am, where you are, we can have fast enough internet for it because their server farms are directly connected to the fiber where they're at. So they have a
Nice.
they have a 1 gigabit connection and 100 megabit up. So you know, it's a virtual Windows 10 connection.
This is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. It gives you connection. So these servers have super fucking high end processors and super high end graphics cards and all this shit are capable of latency that equals just the latency you already have over your normal network. So there's almost no more delay gaming through them, even though it's a connection like that.
That's interesting.
Isn't it fucking awesome? Um,
Dude, that is cool as
so
shit.
and it's not just for gaming. It's a Windows extremely powerful. You can use it for Twitch streaming or whatever, making videos, whatever you're using it for. That's what you can use it for, because that's what you're renting computer space. So
That's
This
beautiful.
this brings up the question. So this would be 100% top tier gaming, right?
Right.
As badassery as you could buy right now. So like we already looked at a really expensive machine. They get more expensive than that, by the way. Like my
Sure.
gaming, like to have what this can give you, right? You at home, you're in at least 2 grand.
At
Okay.
least.
Um,
Dude,
this is
that's
you.
fucking neat,
It's
man.
usually $35 a month. So let me ask you a question: Is it worth paying $35 a month to have have this virtual computer connection, which you can go from like on your computer to a phone through that to a tablet to a TV if it's smart enabled, um,
With
all without skipping any beat.
with that capability, probably. I would have to have something specifically in mind for me to jump on it in the first place.
Mm.
But
Well,
once I did, with that, being able to switch from like computer to phone to tablet, vice versa, all
mm-mm.
that, that's pretty fucking neat. Without losing, granted, I say this with an
So
asterisk, but without losing performance,
forever though. It's high performance gaming forever. They as new
that's
stuff comes
unbelievable.
out, they're upgrading it. Um and now it's not actually I don't think it's in where we are quite yet because they like if they only will go where they can keep that extremely high speed connection, which I guess
Right.
makes sense. Um
Oh yeah, absolutely.
so anyway, it super fucking intrigued me. So I personally am in the same thought process that I want a high end gaming machine, but my machine that I have now is good enough for what I use it for.
Right.
And instead of spending 2 grand, I mean, why not just spend 25 or
35 or
35
25.
dotties? 35 dotties. Hello,
Jesus.
hello, dotties.
That's not bad. That's not a bad deal at all
Yeah.
for that kind of power. I don't
So
think you could beat that.
let's say, for example, you spent, oh, I mean, how about our $1,900 machine, right?
Yeah.
$1,900. Um, it'd be 54 payments of $35. Okay. So
That's over a few
54
years.
payments, right? So 4 years. So by the time so let's say, for example, right now, you went and you bought, whatever. You buy it. It's yours now. It you spent $2,000. It's in 4 years. By the
For
time
that,
I've spent $2,000, right? You have to spend another $2,000 probably before that.
yeah,
I don't have to worry about my computer breaking. I don't have to worry about needing to get new parts. I don't have to worry about it being a power hog and increasing my electricity bill,
the ease of use is ridiculous.
right? Dude, this is remember how we were talking about cloud gaming? This is it right here. This is it.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
It's
If
not a
if that's how it's
specialized
gonna be
it's
handled,
not a specialized game or anything either. Like if you have a Steam library, it's just a Windows computer. You just load your Steam library into it.
right.
It's
So
not
does everybody get their own
storage space,
virtual
yeah.
desktop and all that?
Yeah. It's like you see Windows 10 when you're using it,
Damn.
right? It's
That's
pretty sick.
dude. You watch porn on it?
You could definitely. So it's okay here. It's equivalent to this. It's equivalent to having a GTX 1080 or 1080. So it's equivalent to 1080 p is what it would be. So 60 hertz 4K Ultra HD, and for 140 4 hertz if you want to do full HD, which I'd probably
Now,
prefer.
I wonder if you're trying to play a game or something through shadow that requires a peripheral. does it still get managed the same way,
Yeah.
or is that going to mess it up?
No, it's a
Like if,
Windows 10. It's a Windows 10 desktop.
but like, let's say I want to use my Oculus Rift, right? Let's say I'm Bryce and I have an Oculus Rift.
As long as
But
the interface that you're connected to here, so like this, so like something like that, you'd need to be on your computer. The device you're
right,
using has
right,
to,
yeah, that's
and then
understandable.
yes, then it would transmit over just like it would in
So
any
as
other virtual
as
world.
long as I have the HDMI, the USB, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I can have a severely underpowered PC,
Mm-hmm.
plug my shit into it, and then use the processing power from this virtual that I'm getting a digital boner right now, and use an Oculus Rift for
Yeah.
VR gaming
Yeah.
without actually using my own resources.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm not even to the best part yet. So you get 12 gig of RAM for you, right? It's DDR4 2400 megahertz, right? You get 12 gig. You get 256 gigs of storage for yourself. You can buy more, right?
Nice.
I don't think I use 200 gig on this computer I'm on right now.
If you did, delete something and then install it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you can't 256, and again, it's not expensive already, so I assume that it's not expensive to double that or triple that.
Yeah. I'd imagine not.
Now,
Maybe an extra $5.
so remembering that, let's say for example, all your games are living on that computer, right?
Okay.
And you just connect virtually.
Right.
You go to update a game,
Right.
right? The connection speed they have is a gigabit down and 100 meg up.
Oh,
So your games are like just there already.
that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'll give you an example. On my PlayStation, just a few days ago, I think it was Friday or Saturday, something like that. Call of Duty had a 16 gigabyte update. It was a pretty big update for
Mm-hmm.
a PlayStation game.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen them before.
Yeah.
And it took me roughly around, I'll say, an hour and 20 for my PlayStation to download and install that. On this thing, it would just be updated. It would just be done, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's
Yeah. So so it's the freedom of a full computer. It gives you full Windows 10 experience. Anything you can do on a high end computer, you can do on Shadow, because we love you to have the choice. Shadow has professional internet connection. No matter your device internet connection, say goodbye to long updates. Anyway, I'm totally fucking sold.
me
You can
too. I
you can
mean,
download Shadow, connect to your account, install your games from your preferred platform, so Steam, Origin, Battle.net, whatever. Shadow allows you to play all the most demanding games up to 4K on any screen. Max your game settings and enjoy the highest graphics. So there's like picture of like Destiny 2, some other
is
shit.
is there a minimum like internet speed or that you need on your end
I don't
for it
know.
to run?
I don't know. Um, let's let's see. Let's click on this shit right here.
All right, I'm clicking.
So, dude, you can pay $270 and then they give you like a discount on on it. So you get it for 22.50 a month for a year.
Jeez.
Yeah. But you have to pay it up front, you know.
Right, which that does suck, but it's also not terrible for what you're
So
getting.
if I were to do it right now, it says the CPU I'd get is an Intel Xeon 8 core, 12 gig of RAM, 256, and a 1080p. Hold on. Let's see. Do I get
You
to
said they update their shit pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they say. Yeah. Payment. I don't know. It doesn't actually say. I mean, they are a company, so who know? Oh, hold on. Let's say Florida. Oh, snap. Currently, Shadow is unavailable at your location. Sad. I'm gonna
Not
go
in
ahead and say
Florida.
no. Probably Texas. Let's go to Texas.
Damn.
Oh yeah, it's in Texas. So if we were in Texas, we could do it right now.
I would.
For $270, I can get a year right now.
That's so good.
Isn't it?
Why is it not here?
I don't know. Probably because Florida man would fucking accidentally electrocute his dick on it while he was trying to fucking pee on it because he thought it was a porta potty because he's fucking Florida
Fucking
man.
idiot. Oh
Hmm.
my god. Dude,
so
that's amazing.
so I'm pretty sold. I'm pretty sold on that. Now, it's funny because when I read this, I was so fucking skeptical. Okay,
Right.
because first of all, even though it's sold for gaming, it's a Windows experience, but they put plastered gaming all over it, you know? And it makes me
Right.
laugh because I
As they always do.
yeah, though. Like if you go onto a website and you start searching for gaming PCs, dude, you're going to come across like gaming mouse. Okay. Well, I'll accept a gaming mouse. You have more buttons and shit. Gaming keyboard. Okay, I get that, you know. Gaming chair. Like, well, what? Originally, I thought that meant like speakers and rumble packs and shit,
Which is what it should be, to be honest.
but it's not. A gaming chair is just a fucking chair.
Like
It's a fucking
comfortable, a slightly more comfortable office chair with an extended back and an extra little tiny
yeah, but
pillow.
it's gaming.
Gaming.
So you know, people buy it. And then you get like really ridiculous shit though, like for you'll be building a PC, right?
Yeah.
And it'll be like the gaming motherboard. Okay, well, do I want the gaming motherboard? Maybe because it's probably going to be overclockable. You know,
Right.
do you
Sure.
want the gaming version of the 1080? I mean, probably because it comes overclocked already.
Right.
You know, but do you need the gaming hard drive?
What?
Hard drive? Gaming hard drive?
Is that even a thing?
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
It's
No, you don't
gaming.
need.
Yeah. No, I can't. I'm not gonna do it again. No, it's it
No,
doesn't
though.
matter.
The answer
Doesn't
to the question is no.
okay. What about a gaming? One more time. Mouse pad.
No.
Why not? It's fucking special space age technology that makes sure your mouse can fucking
I don't give a
slide
shit.
nice and easy while you're gaming.
Give me a rubber fucking mouse pad, and I'll call it a
Hold
day.
on. Have you not seen gaming mouse pads though? Like these gaming pads?
I
They're
have
like
one.
fucking 2 feet wide.
Yeah, I have one.
Is that what you have one of those?
Yeah, at I have one, but because it was bought for me as a gift from my
Uh-huh.
brother.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't given to me, I couldn't care less. I
Because people
use
are
a
like, you have to be
regular.
able to put your mouse wherever. I'm like, why?
It
Why?
needs to stay in that general vicinity of my mouse pad.
Um,
It's fucking 4.
but then like it's like RGB. Unless it's RGB, it's not gaming. It's
What?
lights, glow lights, bro. People, okay. So, do you know what the difference between gaming RAM and regular RAM? Now, the RAM, okay, so let's be honest. Let's go ahead and say that they're both the exact same speed, they're the same chipset, right? One
Mhm.
is gaming and one is not.
Gaming have like a little LED light on it when you plug it in.
Not a little LED light. It'll have like a cooler casing and like LEDs on it, so it glows red because red is for gaming. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. That's the
So
difference between a
dumb, though.
$3,000 machine and like a $2,200 machine. I don't know.
Whoa.
But I mean, you know, sometimes people want to make sure that their parts are gaming.
For what? Man,
uh,
that's dumb. That's
yeah.
just stupidity. That's a waste of money
Isn't it?
at that point. That's just
Isn't it?
not
Isn't it? Isn't it?
knowing.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it?
I can't
Yeah.
believe that. gaming hardware.
Oh shit.
God, people are
So
dumb.
and now with Christmas coming, or whatever your holiday of choice is, I guess, but we have two more weeks till
Oh,
we
yeah.
hit Christmas. Actually, Christmas Day is a Tuesday. So we're probably not going to be here that day. We're gonna have to figure something else out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or we may be here that day. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. I'll be drunk.
We'll
It's
see.
fine.
I'll be
So
drunk too. Sounds like a good show.
hopefully everybody will be here. I assume that Bryce has just been
Overslept his alarm.
abducted by his sloth overlords.
He had a
Um
job interview, and then he went back after the fact, and
and tried to steal their little sloth shoes.
yeah, he sure did.
He's a Florida man. So I
Sure
think
is.
I think we're pretty done. I think we pretty much nailed it today.
Definitely,
Um
definitely.
and yeah, and fucking
Yeah.
fucking A right. Why don't you fill all the holes? Because I
Alrighty.
tried last week. By the way, I don't know if you listened to it or not. Pretty sure I did a good job. You know,
Yeah, no, you did a
pretty
great job.
pretty freaking solid.
I told you about that as I was editing it.
Solid job, yeah.
Totally gnarly, bro. But no, you did a good job. You did a good job. I'll keep it short and sweet. So, of course, first and foremost, the best place that you're going to want to find us is going to be on Facebook. That's PB the letter NJ podcast. You can find us, if you're listening to us, you can find the live stream video version of this show plus most others on YouTube by searching for the same thing, PB the letter NJ podcast on YouTube. I don't think we have a URL set up yet.
No, Earl. No.
Okay, no Earl. Other than that, of course, you can, if you're watching this on YouTube, which we certainly do appreciate,
What?
you can get
What?
the high quality audio version anywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, stuff like that. Well, we always post a link to the RSS feed.
We post it.
Post it. Or you can go just directly to our fancy website at pbnjpodcast.podbean.com.
Yeah, yeah. We appreciate everybody for listening.
We really do. Watching the videos and everything like that, it's surreal how many people do it.
Yeah, and we really we appreciate you so much. Anyway, I had fun this week.
Yeah,
We hope
me
you did
too.
remember to like and share and comment and all that fucking
All that good stuff.
nonsense. And a good night.
Good night.
Nailed it. All right.
Nailed it.
All right.
Sweet.
Solid effort. Oh
Solid.
yeah.
Oh yes.
Are we Kool-Aid men? Maybe.
Oh yes. Can you imagine? You burst through the door or the burst through the wall. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like that.
Yes, queen.
Whoa, don't ever do that again.
Yes, queen.
I don't know why this didn't change, but it's whatever.
Eh.
So, all right. Well, if you are here for the video, came for the video, only watch the video, accidentally are watching this video,
Did something with the video.
thank you. We appreciate you. And we're gonna leave here as well. So, all right.
Later, YouTubes.